Welcome, folks, to Never Split the Party. My
weren't
name is Dustin. I go by Arbitrary Nerd, and I am your GM this evening, last evening, next evening, and every Goram evening that comes up. I'm going to have the cast introduce themselves. Apparently, they've trained themselves and are now good at it.
Are we?
Well, as you're next, Patrick, I don't know.
I know that I'm next, but I just wanted to be a stick in the mud and cause problems.
What else is
You want to be a stud?
My name is Patrick. I play Reich. He is a Lashunta envoy, and he's very handsome.
I am Michael, and I am playing Zero, who is a android operative.
And it was Michael's birthday a couple days ago, so belated happy birthday, Michael.
Happy birthday!
And
Welcome to the 30 Club.
And someone whose birthday was not recently, my name is Chris. I play Miller, the Yosoki mechanic, and I think there might be something going on with our stream.
It
Oh, no?
looks okay.
All right,
to
that might be on my
me-ish.
side.
I am Nick, and I play the other Yosoki. I'm a soldier, and I identify my character as Brawl.
And my name's Justin. I'm playing Seeker, the android technomancer, and I am moderately more handsome than Raish, so...
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're also significantly quieter than Rye, so...
Everyone's
So,
significant.
pluses all around, yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, like, literally, you're coming in quieter now.
Am I?
I can hear him fine.
Me too.
No, ask a
Welcome
Pathfinder
to
saying
the
Justin
stream
is a bit soft.
problems.
That has nothing to do with his volume.
That's true.
All right. All right. Gonna go past that. All right. For last episode, does anyone remember what you guys did?
Yeah.
No.
What?
What happened last episode? Give me a quick recap, guys.
A quick
Last
recap.
time on Starfinder Z.
We
we-
stood in the
yeah.
ship and debated things until a bad guy showed up, and then the credits rolled.
Yeah, that's it. TLDR.
To give an additional recap, they have 2 new goblin friends.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Prisoners
one of them is a half friend.
No.
Not really sure. Rye's not too hot on their gobbo friends.
Miller got 2
They
They
pairs.
said they'd
No,
shoot
right,
us.
but
Or one of them said they'd shoot us. The other one we just assumed is bad.
And I feel like there's other things I won't cover, but if you want to figure out what happened, go watch the episode. If it wasn't exciting, it's at least fun. All right. This episode, we're going to pick up where we left off. Rex, the ship's robot assistant thing that you guys are still kind of on the fence on, and I have to roll its personality, has informed you guys that the half-orc gangster known as Dranar, the half-orc, is hanging out outside your ship, kind of knocking, waiting for you guys to come out and address him. That's all the information you got from the quirky little droid as you guys are kind of still debating things as you woke up this morning. What are you guys doing now? You are aboard the ship, which is still kind of sort of not named and kind of sort of half-ass named. And yeah, you got to figure out what's going on next.
All right. So we're starting up right when the door gets knocked on by Mr. Half-Orc.
I mean, I'm sure that knocking is probably not actually what he's doing, but he's hailing the ship. I don't feel like knocking is in his repertoire.
Does he say hail strangers?
Well met.
So he looks over to Zero and Brawl and says, "Is this the guy that you promised things to?"
Yeah, that's him.
All right.
I'm assuming we're looking at some type of video.
I'm assuming there's a video feed.
Well, didn't he say the half-orc fella? Right? Isn't that what Rex said?
He did.
yeah, I think we're going off of Rex's thing. As I remember, we did not have a camera feed.
Yeah. All right. All right, we can handle this. Right, with me.
You don't call the shots, Miller.
I
with me.
am.
Are you sure you don't want me to join? I'm very friendly.
I know. Yeah. You hang out with Brawl and Zero.
Okay.
All right. So we head over to the door, and we open it up.
Alrighty, that took hours less time than I expected. All right, so what you are faced with as the door opens, you guys are still in that hangar bay you were in. You're the only ship in there, though it could hold 2 or 3 more at your ship size in particular. It's a nice big open space. There's a door towards the end of the room that goes into the greater part of the spaceport. And between you and the door is Dranar Half-Orc, who is a big, burly half-orc. He's wearing futuristic clothing, which obviously in Starfinder isn't futuristic, but like
It's normal
Would
everyday
you call it
clothing.
postmodern?
picture Michael
Hipster.
Jackson in like Thriller. Like he's got like a red pleather or leather or whatever material they make in Starfinder.
Or no, I got it. He's wearing a red spleather,
He's
space
undead.
leather.
God damn it. He's wearing a red leather jacket.
Does
Red
he have tiger eyes or whatever?
he looks pretty fly, except for the fact that he's bulky and could potentially crush you with his bare
He's like
hands.
All
pretty
right.
fly for a
Door
white
opens,
guy.
Will
I was
says,
just gonna ask.
"How can we help
You are going way too fast. Shut up, I'm not done yet. With him,
First we're too slow. The next time we're too fast.
Quiet,
Yes.
you're gonna
What do
get
we
hit
need
by
to be?
space rocks.
you need to be quiet. With him are 4 other figures. There are 3 folks. They are 2 men. Yes, 2 men and a woman. They look to be maybe some form of elvish, going by the half-breed's reputation. You can assume they're half-elf. They're half-elves, rather. And they are dressed in different shade of red, more crimson, and their armor is like full body armor, and only their heads are revealed. And they're all wearing some sort of energy blade. Each of them have an energy blade, and they all seem to be activated and kind of at the ready, hands on hilts, kind of ready to go. The blades look pretty menacing in the fact that they keep spitting out some energy, like they're not maybe perfectly calibrated for anything other than doing lots of damage. And the last member of the trio, of the quad, is not wearing red at all whatsoever. He's wearing some grungy kind of spacer clothes. He looks like he probably hasn't bathed in a couple days. Interestingly enough, he's actually looks to be a drow of some sort, except his hair, opposed to the normal white to gray, is fluorescent orange. Think like Haley Williams orange, since I'm going for all musical reference tonight, which is going to go really, really poorly.
So you took
Really
literally
for you.
one of the. Nope. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna let that go. Keep going.
You guys
Gentlemen.
know about Haley Williams Comet, right?
Is our drow still hated in the future?
Not quite
This
as
is
much.
this is the present, Pat.
They're still not a pleasant. You know what? Roll a culture check, and I will tell you if you know or not. You don't personally have any probably strong feelings, but roll a culture check.
Oh, I'm not in roll 20. This is the first time I've actually not been in roll 20.
Patrick splitting the party again.
Hold on.
That's a
Oh,
D&D
No, this
thing.
is
They li-
normally
they
I
live in,
joke
like-
about not being in roll 20. This is the first time I actually forgot to log in.
what
Living
Pat is
like
referencing is there's a running
Spunder.
joke. When we had a campaign, a couple going for 3 years in the past 3 years, he would always be the last one to get into roll 20, and it would always require a prompt from me for him to actually get into roll 20, which is, I want to say frustrating, but there's probably some stronger words.
Yeah, but every time I was always logged in with my mouse on the join button, and I was just waiting to bother you. All right, here we go. 24 culture check.
All right. So in terms of the drow, you know that they're not the friendliest of races. They have, oh crikey, I don't remember which planet they took over, but I do have it because I have the lovely alien archive now, which is fantastic. If you guys have a moment to pick it
Do you
up.
have the
Planet
physical copy?
Splunderdark.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you have the physical copy?
No, I am way too cheap for that.
Oh,
Also, with a PDF came out a little bit beforehand for subscribers, so I had to get that going. I am literally searching the term alien archive in the alien archive,
you
not
get the cover.
Drow. Which is, here we go. They are so you know they traditionally have purple hair, purple skin and white hair. Our friend here has fluorescent orange. They are still known to be merciless. And where is that planet? Oh Christ! I don't remember what planet they took over. Instead of living in like the Underdark, they do live beneath a planet. It's not a massive planet. It's one that's not heavily populated. So I think they have like one major city that you're aware of, and I will have to find that later because it is not coming right in that little entry I was hoping for. The idea is that instead of having houses that war with each other like you'd know in Pathfinder, they actually have formed little like warmongering companies where they like produce tech and weaponry and things like that. And they're still not very organized, but they are recognized by the Pact Worlds, so they are not universally hated. They are absolutely on par with the other races.
Okay.
So you've got the 5 folks standing out front of your ship. You've got Dranar, who is front and center. Flanking him on one side are the 3 folks in crimson armor, and then you've got the grungy-looking drow.
I tap Miller and go, I got this.
Gentlemen,
Hello.
gentlemen, how can we help you?
Well, what a great welcome.
The woman wearing red armor makes a rude gesture at you, but says nothing.
All right, that's how this is going to be. This is in character.
Yep, that's fine.
She likes you.
And Dranar looks back at her and kind of motions her to shush. And he speaks to you, and I do not remember his voice. So you're just going to have to go with it. He says, "You aren't the 2 I'm looking for. I was expecting the android 0, and I forget, and the other, a different Yosoki, goes by the name of Brawl."
And what made you think that they were over here?
Is that the game you want to play in my spaceport?
No, that was the question I wanted to ask.
Let me clarify that for you then. I should get Patrick in here at this point. But what I mean to say is I'm fully aware of the full makeup of your crew.
Yes, and exactly. They are our crew. I am the mechanic. My name is Miller. This is our captain, Rye.
I'm the
How
captain.
can we have you?
Yes, I am captain.
Great.
This is our captain, Rye. How can we help you?
I was hoping to speak with the 2 members of your crew that I have business with.
Can you elaborate a little? You guys coming in here, you're fully armed. You look like you're going to hurt them.
That's more a precautionary measure. We've got a business. They worked a job for me, and I haven't heard back from them since they left. Last they were sighted was walking with you folks out of this very spaceport yesterday.
So I would like to attempt a diplomacy check just to calm the mood, because I think that it did not start well.
For the full record, diplomacy check is assuming you have 10 minutes of like smoozing them over to improve their mood.
Mm-hmm.
A diplomacy check on the spot doesn't quite do that.
Well, I'm assuming that we are having discussions. I can't imagine that you...
No, yeah, sure. I'm just saying what you're saying right now is not going to improve their mood. So you need to have some conversation following your diplomacy check that improves their mood. That's all.
Okay. Well, I would attempt that because that is what the skill is for. And say, first, and I try to find a regal voice, or at least one of authority. First of all, let me just say, I think we got off on the wrong foot. As my friend Miller here just said, my name is Rye. I am the captain. And I believe that all business will be going through me. And you seem like a businessman. I think that we can come to an accord. It seems it started out bad. Your friend there, she gave us a little bit of a scare with the rude gestures. And I just think maybe we can all calm down, just agree to peacefully talk. No one wants problems. Everyone wants business. I'm a businessman. Let's do this. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Make your diplo check. Go for it. Let's do that.
Oh yeah.
Please roll high.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to roll high.
We have informed him of what his personality is, right?
Yeah.
We definitely talked about how this probably is the type of solution he'd like.
Yes, correct. But I'm not bartering with him. I'm just trying to open up
negotiation
conversation. So I got 17 plus 6. I mean, a 17 plus 1d6. So I got 20.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm not attempting to smooze them. I'm just attempting to bring the level of hostility down.
I got you. Dranar holds up one hand and starts counting off his fingers. 1.
I thought you said cutting off. I'm like, oh god, this will not work.
I am the picture of calm, matter of fact. 2, I actually like trouble very much. That's what my business is. 3, if you are suggesting you are responsible for Zero and Brawl's debts, I am happy to deal with you.
Did he say debts or deaths?
He said death. No TH.
Response,
I'm
gentlemen.
listening.
What is their depths? Yes. Depth. I
How
said
deep are they? I'm sorry, I miss it.
They were supposed to travel to Dead Dome, where
Mhm.
I believe you guys met them, and they were to return any loot from the crashed ship.
All right.
Maybe you saw it. There was a bit of an explosion.
Oh yeah.
Ship crashed on down into the unused space station we have here, kind of attached to Pyramid Station Alpha. Maybe you're familiar, maybe not.
Oh yeah.
I assume yes, considering I know both of you have been on the station for about a month.
Yeah, we definitely ran into them, and we hired them. We needed people.
Are you suggesting you crashed in the ship?
I did not suggest that. But we found the ship. And by we, I mean this guy and my friend Rye here.
Hello.
So you're claiming ownership of the vessel.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Well, see, it's not so much claiming as much as it is like a statement of being. We do own. Claiming, that's up for debate.
Dranar glances at Miller, your captain?
Hey.
Yes. And I do want to add that that's exactly how he said it. Yes.
And I nudge him like I'm doing real good.
Dranar says, I'm not really a man for complex conversations. I know who both of you are. I know you're falling out with the Border Space Union Military Academy. These things are known to me. I don't care that much about the ship. I'm definitely going to use it for leverage in a minute to get you to work for me. That is absolutely coming up. I will tell you at the end of the day, I don't want the damn thing. Do you know how hard it is to hide a ship on a pyramid on a station as big as Pyramid Station Alpha? Not super simple when you're already wanted by most of the authorities here.
Are you referring to yourself?
He looks back at Rye. Never mind. Yeah, for clarity's sake, I am referring to myself. I do not deal in starships. I contract out starships. Now, if I feel like I got a little bit of weight with you guys to throw around, I'll probably throw a couple contracts on your way and expect you to pony up. I pay people who work for me as long as they complete the job.
With that, my face immediately brightens up when I hear it.
Actually, I'm guessing that Miller and Rye just kind of look at each other. Yeah. All right. Now you're talking my language.
Which is common. Right?
Yeah. Rye, what is your intelligence score? It's got to be more than that.
No, my intelligence is fine. I'm just kind of...
So you're acting. Nope, that's fine. Acting is kosher.
Acting.
To get on the same level with you two and the rest of your crew, I'd like to have a brief conversation with the Android Zero and the Yosoki Brawl.
Can it just be you? Your entourage is just a bit intimidating.
A little bit scary.
Could I have you make a diplomacy check, and could I have Rye aid another?
Oh, that's not as good as me doing it.
I know.
20 plus 1. 14.
I rolled...
Yeah, so you give me plus 2, so 16 altogether.
I rolled 20 again.
Yeah, you give me the ability to roll a 16 altogether.
Should have gone with me.
Dranar says, I don't really trust you guys that much. However, I'll ask the Tri-Blades to leave, they're rather expensive to keep around anyway. So, and he looks over at the three dressed in crimson armor, and he says, "You guys are dismissed for now," as they kind of saunter off out of the hangar. No nasty lookbacks. They completely ignore you as if they're off the clock and no longer working. It is now Dranar and his drow friend.
So I just lean over to Miller and say, "See that? Just every now and then, I'm right. I can do this. I got this."
Right, we're not out of this right now. Yeah, let's.
What do you mean we're not out? We're fine.
Journal,
You were talking about money.
Journal,
Actually,
and...
I'm talking about Zero and Brawl.
Right,
my
right.
Patience, while surprisingly big, large, much patience I have. Wayne's thin.
Okay, so.
Journal, and can I have your lady friend's name?
The half elf raises his hand. I'm a dude.
It's all right. It's all right. What's your name?
I honestly, out of character, I thought that was the chick who flipped him off.
I thought so too. But I'm running with it.
It was two dudes and a lady in the crimson armor, and this is the scrungy looking spacer.
Gotcha.
The drow says, "You can call me Mister."
Mister. All right, Mister.
Mister.
Come on in.
It suits you. Yep.
That's a pop culture reference for some people.
I don't get it, so
don't worry about it. All right, so.
Are you bringing out Zero and?
Yeah, so I turn to Miller and basically say, "Well, we gotta kind of do it."
Yeah, I got this. Hey, Shimmer. Hey, Hush. And bro, I ain't got a name for you yet. Come on out here.
Terrible nicknames.
So assuming we're like coming down the hallway or whatever, I'm still carrying the Doshko. So the first thing you see enter the site is like a good 2 feet of Doshko.
Roll dexterity check. Make sure you don't hit anything.
No, that's fine. Oh. You're probably gonna, if you want to self-roll a dexterity check, I guess I'll let you. That's fine.
Seeker doesn't immediately respond.
I got Nate.
But when he sees that everybody else is moving, he starts going.
Wait, did you say you rolled an 8?
Yes.
Yeah, you managed to scrape the Doshko across the ceiling of. It actually makes kind of an eerie sound because it issues out of the open hatchway of the ship into the greater hangar, and it's just like ping as it bounces off the door frame, and you exit.
Rye is trying to smile, but he's grimacing at it. He's trying to smile like pleasant conversation. We're conducting business deal. We're gonna make money, and also, oh god, that's terrible. He represents us. Oh god.
All right, and Dranar says, "I wasn't quite expecting you to add more members to your group when I sent some of mine away, but we'll ignore that rather rude gesture in the favor of business, which is the language I speak." He looks at Rye. "In addition to common. Zero, Brawl, my friend Zero, my new acquaintance Brawl. You guys are supposed to do a job for me. I never heard back from you. I got worried."
Well, I didn't know how to contact you.
Yeah,
I bet he did.
You did fine the other day.
Well, I walked over to you. I couldn't walk to you then.
Really? So when my men saw you strolling out of this space dock yesterday, strolling through all of Industrial 2, Industrial 1, and back to Industrial 2, they just didn't go, your legs didn't work in such a way that they'd go in my direction?
He didn't see you.
Did his eyes jam or something?
Ooh, that happens to me a lot, actually. You'd be surprised. It's quite frequent.
Aside from the ship, there was nothing on board other than a schizo robot.
No.
Ooh. May I see the schizo robot?
I call for Rex.
I immediately regret it, but I just point to Seeker. That is a bluff check.
Do I get where you're going with this is the question. I might not.
Actually, you know what? No.
No, that's happening. I don't know what I want Justin to roll though to pick up on subtle symbols, or subtle references. You know what? Make that a straight intelligence check, I guess.
Okay.
Wisdom?
Right.
Would it be
I
wisdom?
mean,
Wisdom? Would that be wisdom? You think? Yeah.
I would
Okay,
think
let's
that's
do
more
wisdom.
wisdom,
I like that
yeah.
better. That's
So
not as
it's
class
just
skill,
a
right?
D20.
Let's go with that one.
Yeah, sense motive.
Oh, sense motive.
Sense motive is more of an
12.
active, but that's probably accurate.
No. That would be accurate. He's
Yeah.
to sense the motive of my action.
I got a 12.
Yes, but that's again
He
something you're
wouldn't do
attempting
it.
to do. Usually, it's not like you just know what everyone's talking about. What was the roll?
12.
Yeah, you've got no idea. Completely over your head. Mostly because I don't think you're expecting it. That's fine. Dranar looks at Rye very, very shortly and says, "One, I've already told you. I've seen you multiple times
Jokes.
throughout the domes. 2, lie to me again. I'm gonna break something."
Well, our robot friend here that we found, he is quite tied to the ship. In fact, I don't think the ship can run without him. So, if you're looking to take him, I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
Rex
believe me,
comes
I'm the
rolling with
science
his
officer on the
threads
ship.
out to the hallway. His little spindly arms kind of waving hello to everyone. And as he gets to the edge of the doorway, he comes into an immediate stop. It almost looks involuntary to the point where he kind of like lifts off his back treads a little bit. And he says, "That's actually as far as I'm going today, folks." And Dranara looks him over and says, "I've not actually seen that model before. Interesting. Have you guys looked into it at all?"
Starting to,
But
yes.
we
Wow.
do know that anything of value that was on the ship was actually taken.
Michael,
by...
I cannot hear you at all.
Am I just quiet or
Yeah, you're
You're
quiet.
very quiet. Yes, I'm being a
Very
little.
quiet.
hopefully moving it closer helps a little?
Not yet.
That's
We're going to need to learn interpretive dance.
You sound like that person in my trunk. Help me. It's funny.
Awful.
Cute.
Hopefully
That's on the internet for everyone to see, Patrick. Good luck.
And there's a
That's-
cop watching.
I drive a Honda Fit that can get out easy. It's all glass.
It's fine.
there's
Michael, any better?
Hopefully. All I did is I tried moving closer to the mic.
Well, do your
Is it
best.
using this mic?
No, I just checked. I can switch to that though, if this is gonna keep being a problem.
You are prohibitively quiet. It would be difficult to pick you up when I edit audio later.
I just switched microphones. Should be able to hear me now.
Anything better?
Oh, so much worse.
Is he talking?
He was.
He was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, I didn't even hear him talk.
Well, we can hear you now, but it's still very low.
Oh, man.
The stream of technical difficulties.
No, that's fine.
continues after
Let's
this
just try
commercial
yelling through what you were gonna say while you work on it, and then we'll move on to the next one. So just give it your all, Michael. Let's go.
What did you hear? What was the last thing you did hear?
I have no
no,
idea.
start
But
over.
nothing.
Pretend you didn't say anything yet.
The last thing. Sorry, I'm actually losing my voice too.
We're gonna make you work it too.
Yep.
Work it,
Um,
girl. Do your thing.
The robot told us that the prior crew of the ship, after crashing, took anything of value with them. So anything of value that they have is still on the station, but we don't know where they are.
And probably doesn't include this guy here and points to Rex.
No, that's fine. Not interested in the spindly-looking droid. It's just never seen that model droid. Never seen that model ship. Think you guys could do with a little bit more research on that one. As you guys kind of look back at the ship, you realize, and maybe you haven't noticed or not, maybe you remember from last time, there are still people from Archie's shop working on your ship still. They're kind of doing some of the basic repairs, and they're going through and like it seems like they've got trucks like coming in, like little hover trucks with some extra pieces that are getting added to your ship. That's all going on in the background while you guys are having this conversation.
Cool.
So,
And yep.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Listen, all joking aside, the mission, aside from this ship, pretty much a bust. We didn't get much of anything.
That's fine. I do expect that as the completion of the job, so I'm notified and not waiting for whoever knows what.
Noted. So let's talk. How can we make it up to you? Let's talk business. What do you need?
Wait, we got a table over there. Why don't we bring you inside, sit down, offer you a drink or something?
Yes.
Not
I
to
mean,
be
it does
particular,
sound-
but Nick, you are also very quiet.
That's true.
Maybe it's Zoom today.
So.
It sounds like your
Zoom,
friend
zoom,
here is really
zoom.
worried about you.
Which friend?
No,
Are you talking to Zero and Brawl?
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Why didn't you tell us you needed to talk to somebody and let them know you were okay?
Oh God, is Seeker the ship mom?
Maybe.
Well, that's your role.
Sweetie, you should have told us you were having friends over.
In terms of what I need from you, not too much. I got 2 jobs needs doing, and I don't have the right folks for the job. I am not saying your motley crew are the right folks for the job. You're just, in my eyes, and I'll be upfront, that's kind of my nature, expendable. Extremely expendable. I know your ship's still getting work done. I recommend you get that done as quickly as possible. And you do something about changing the way it looks. Because right now you're going to get picked up by station security the next time you leave this dock. Do something. So for that, when your ship is fixed, I got a salvage job. I don't have another crew I want to put on it. I'm going to send you guys on it. It's not necessarily voluntary that you go on it, but I will pay you. The other job you can do in the meantime while you're landlocked anyways. Station security, the beloved station security of Pyramid Station Alpha, maybe have some stuff on me that I'd rather they not have. Using whatever method you can, I want you to infiltrate their central offices, and I want you to get that information from them. It'd probably be wherever they keep evidence. It would be audio recordings for the most part, and it would generally be attached, is my understanding, to my name. Therefore, go in there, find my name, purge it however you see fit. I do not care if you get caught. You're not working for me officially, if so. I do not have past relationships with you, so again, expendable. You guys are the perfect choice. The reason why you're going to want to do it yourself, they're also going to have evidence about the disappearance of that warship you guys were all so fond of, the Infinitum. You know, the reason you guys got expelled. I know for a fact some of the information they have on that warship never got released to the public. There's some things they're hiding. And if you guys want to figure out some more information about that, I know that's what your friend Brawl came to me for specifically. That's going to be the best place to start.
All right.
By the way, and he looks at Zero and Brawl, that would have been part of your payment had you guys actually completed the job. And for everyone involved, if this misunderstanding of how jobs are completed happens again, I'll be putting the bounty on your heads.
All right. And for this mission you want us to do, can you tell us what level station security is on?
Station security is on every level.
Okay.
But in terms of their main offices, I actually named the dome. Central Dome is where you need to get.
I was too
Their
busy.
central offices, central dome.
Now, how do you know they don't have backups of this
Well,
data?
no. Once you
Physical
move
backups.
something off the internet, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's how it works, Miller.
It's
Oh, that's exactly how it
absolutely
worked. Ever since the big cloud data crash of yeah. No, I got nothing.
I mean, I could probably rig up some form of dual layer neutrino virus to take out everything, but
We could just use really big magnets.
He holds
that
up his large,
Big magnet.
half-orcish hand and says, the way they got the information, not the cleanest way, so they don't want too many records being kept of it. Also, anything that's on the infosphere can be hacked.
that's true.
For the most part, sensitive data is kept on hard disk or in other formats. Anything they have for me in their archives listed, I already have access to. Don't worry about it. You're going for the stuff in the evidence room. I don't know how they store their evidence. That much is going to be on you to figure out.
Okay. So I think the station security job seems to be mutually beneficial. And my voice has since changed from what it was before. Don't know. Trying a different character.
No longer pandering.
Yes, exactly. Seems mutually beneficial. And I also think that we need to go about it smart and take our time to plan that out. I say we take a look into the salvage job first.
We don't have a working ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a couple days before you have a working ship.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Longer if you guys don't build it outside of the stream, you bastards.
Okay, so, well, I don't see any reason not to look into this outside of, death, dismemberment, injury, or imprisonment. But,
It's gonna happen either way.
true.
Might happen sooner if we don't.
He points knowingly at Miller.
Yeah. I think this
Right.
is in both of our best interests. We'll see what we can do on that.
Contract accepted. And he waves as he walks away, like over his shoulder. He's completely dismissed you. The drow sticks around and says, while Big Man is doing his thing, I was wondering if any of you folks be interested in my business venture.
that was out of character.
And you guys want to buy some foresight?
For what?
Foresight. New, extremely hot.
Ooh.
Grown
would that
right
be?
here on Pistol.
I haven't heard of this. Or have I?
I'm not
It's
saying
the
that.
Goblin's living room.
You and I on the same page, buddy.
What? The goblin? What?
I
Keep
did.
going.
So who looted the Goblin's living room?
Oh.
I looted everything.
Okay. Shocked. Zero has heard of Insight, at least. Whether or not you share that now or with the
Insight
party
or
at any point.
foresight?
Totally up to you.
You said
What is
foresight.
it? I
Bio
showed it
labeled Foresight on it.
at the very least. I showed it to Rye because I imagine I got that with the grenades.
That is correct. You did get it.
Or, I mean, is it? I'm assuming it's some sort of drug.
All right,
Out of
is
character.
that
I mean,
secret?
I only-
Is that something that we would know? Like, would I know what it is?
I only
Make a
like
culture
5
check. Yeah,
sight.
give me a culture check.
Okay, all right. What's my culture at?
Let's
I
use these
got
damn dice.
nothing for culture. Okay, so. Oops. Boop. 20.
That roll.
I got a 6.
Wonderful.
No, you have no idea. You've never heard of Foresight before.
Okay, well then I stay with what I was saying. What's foresight?
It is, I like to call it a stimulant. It will give you a little bit of boost to help you see things that are coming.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
That
course
is
it
an
does.
accurate description. Yeah.
How much?
How much you want?
One, please.
uh, one dose, one batch, one vial.
I don't know. What's the going rate?
Hold on, I don't know. I didn't quite expect anyone to buy. Yeah, you know what? Tell you what. If you're just
The
going
first one
for
for
a
free.
sample, I'll give you that first sample for free.
That's a great.
That would.
That sounds like a great deal.
I am visibly uncomfortable because I remember that in a previous adventure, I relied on Seeker to help me out in a play that I was doing. Or no, not a play. I'm sorry, in a smuggling operation I was doing back at the school.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. This was before I started. Anyway, so I had asked for his assistance as he was a capable person in various smuggling related skills, and instead he tested from the supply, and
I still got the
It
job
didn't-
done.
after the fact. And so I'm very uncomfortable with this act, but I'm not stopping him.
I'm wondering.
Ooh, Ryle, it'll just be like old times.
I just shake my head.
Miller probably knows what's going on, so he's just kind of smiling, just looking everything back and forth. This is gonna be good.
So I will
This
take
is
the
gonna be
sample. Yes.
All right, yeah. He kind of like flourishes the sample out of one of his sleeves or something. You're not sure.
I'm just
And
waiting
he
for
slides
the
it on
freezing
over,
macabre line.
and he says, "If you like this stuff, I'm the direct line to Pyramid Station Alpha. Let me know. I'll take care of you.
Oh, how nice.
You want some other stuff? You want some Dream Shiver, Hyperleaf, Mega Opiate? I got your back. Just look for Mister."
Hyperleaf. I like the sound of that one.
Oh god, that's cocaine.
Remember, kids, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs unless it's legal in your state. Then go.
Not the kid. What about the kid? Jesus Christ.
When you're of age.
Somebody think about the children.
All right, yeah,
Hey,
you got this.
You want to be family friendly? I gotta give a disclaimer out there. Come on.
You got
The
a
disclaimer
one-time
should not be
use
go do
of this chemical called Foresight.
Nice.
All right, and then
Do you try it
he
immediately?
puts his hands deep in his pockets, hunches down, and kind of stalks out. He looks like a much smaller figure, like he's trying to hide despite his fluorescent orange hair standing out, probably no matter where he goes.
That guy is a walking stereotype.
And I just nod.
Really? Because drows don't usually have fiery orange hair.
And he walks past past Seeker, just kind of pats the shoulder on the way by.
All right, what are you guys up to? You guys got a couple jobs you can work on. You guys can do something else on the station if you want, or I can. Well, really, if you're going to the next level, you guys got to figure out a way to get up there. And I know you were kind of thinking about that already.
Yeah,
Nick
the
made a
next
good
level.
point.
Oh, what?
Would Seeker take it immediately?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
gonna
decision
make
that you would make.
I'm gonna make a roll here.
Will
Willpower check. Very good.
High and low?
6.
Low, he got low. So
Is he
takes
doing it?
right away?
Nice.
Oh,
Hey, can you wait, at least wait until the door's closed, guy? Come on.
But what if I want more now?
I can't argue with that logic.
Oh.
Sound logic, buddy.
Nice.
All right. First, and this is not a bad thing. This happens whenever you take a drug. I need you to make a fortitude save.
Okay. On you're not gonna tell me
Wonderful.
the DC. Or is there a
Good.
DC?
Is this a thing from the world, or did you
I
just
got
make
one.
this up?
Okay.
So there are other drugs: Dream Shiver, Hyperleaf, Mega Opiate. Those are things listed in the book.
Transdimension hash.
Sorry,
You got any
Foresight
Crispix?
is one that I have made up.
12.
Okay.
12. Let's take a quick look.
You are addicted.
No, you're good. So a couple
You
things
sold your
happened.
children into slavery to afford more drugs. The problem is you didn't have children. Who did you sell?
The problem,
The party's so
what
good.
happens is now going for over a couple of minutes, it starts to take effect, and everything around you becomes a little bit more fluorescent. Like the colors start hitting colors a little, hitting the lights hit the colors of the walls, of people's
Perfect.
clothes, a little bit harder, and they leave a bit of an afterglow when they move, and you feel almost invincible. Like if you were to get into a fight right now, you're not sure anyone could touch you.
No.
This is amazing. Hold on. I run outside, and can I see the stars and stuff?
You do
If
now.
you leave the space dock and the space station, the spaceport, yeah. So it's a pretty.
Oh,
it would be
okay, so
it'd be a decent run as you're tripping. Yeah.
all right. So I'll wait then. I would want to go out and see the stars. I must see the stars with this.
Is this a Mistborn reference, Dusty?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right.
So does Seeker just run out there and like haul ass to go see these stars?
No, I'm not going out to see them. Instead, I'm looking directly at Zero because Zero's got all the crazy lights going on. Whoa. Hey, turn that back on.
Yep, works for me.
Your face.
Zero
is,
turns the lights off.
Your face is like neon. It's like
Hey Zero, could you
dreams.
give me a culture check?
Sure.
This is why we need macros.
I don't have one for just the D20 plus
Whip?
2.
No, well, fine.
Ooh, ooh.
Was this? Let's see, years. Takes you a long time to roll a d20.
Wonderful.
9.
Gross. Nope, you got nothing. All right. You have not in your searchings, because you're always kind of on the lookout for new information. You have not heard about this drug. It's either pretty new, which is what it sounds like the drow was saying, or it was just not as popular as other drugs. So you are not familiar with Foresight. Okay, you've got one party member tripping balls. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Mila is going to look at the easiest way to get into Central Dome.
I will assist Miller with that.
I'll tell you guys pretty much straight up, because this is something you've been experiencing over the month. You guys have already gone through the hallways a couple times. You need what's called a hall pass. You know that Rye, at least for himself, has like a temporary hall pass because of his acting career. For the rest of you guys don't have anything. You were told by Archie it costs about 2,000 credits to get access to one. Beyond that, entry to the upper level domes is very tough to get.
Did that 2,000 seem like he implied it was enough for all of us? Or it was 2,000 per person?
He was hoping for himself, so it's likely 2,000 per individual, but without asking for some more specifics at station security, you might not know. Although Zero, if you'd like to roll me another d20 plus 2, I can tell you if you know more.
We'll try.
That should be quick, guys.
Just press up. Just press up there.
Yep,
Yes.
17.
Yeah, that one's a pretty easy one. You know that it's actually by single entity, but entity is like would count for a group. So if you guys were officially a group and you had a hall pass purchased like as like a corporate thing, you would be able to use that, each of you. And $2,000 is just the flat fee.
The traveling band of Rye. The traveling band of Rye.
How do you guys want to do that? You also know pretty quickly you can buy hall passes at any hallway. And I don't know if we have that in. I know I haven't done the nice cluster grouping map yet because I'm lazy and tired. But if you check in Roll20, I can actually bring you guys over to Pyramid Station Alpha. Have I done the up pathways yet? I have not. I never thought you guys were getting up. Any of the domes that at the bottom level connect to Central.
Okay.
Which one has the theater in it?
Your theater is in Industrial 1.
I'm gonna put a T.
Okay.
Now I know.
And the headquarters station security is in Central. You guys haven't
That
been
one I
to
don't
Factory Dome. You haven't had a need to go there. You've been through Industrial 1, Industrial 2, though.
Okay, so
Did
To
we?
get his job done, we need to get a hall pass. To get a hall pass, we need to get money. To get money, we need to either complete jobs
What about talking to your contact there, right?
or talking to my contact. Correct.
Not have a
But
contact for your contact.
It's not so much a contact.
But
So I clear my throat. You see, we in the theater, we have,
You can talk normal.
yeah.
huh?
You can talk normal.
But I am.
I can see your voice, and it's definitely different right now.
Please talk normal.
I just lean over. Stop it.
Let me have this.
Oh, I can literally see your voice. Where is it going? Come back. Come back.
So I say, we in the theater business, we have what we call patrons. Patrons can give you money in exchange for your talents. That sounded wrong. No, that's right.
All right. Can you talk to your patron? Maybe we can get a meeting going.
We could, in theory, entice him
Mm-hmm.
with a performance, and it's just so happens that I happen to be a rising star.
Let's go get him. I can take him right now.
So I don't. What?
I can take him.
Take
Your
what?
patron. I got him.
Whatever you're thinking, please think the opposite of that thing.
Oh. Ooh. Ew.
Wait.
Clear,
I want to turn on my Doshko to see what he does.
So,
How does he react to that?
Is actually just metal blades. I actually realize it's the later stage Doshkos that actually have the energy. Yours is just metal. If you had an energy Doshko, Rye would have died when he got hit by it, no doubt. So yeah, just a metal blade. Slight retcon there. That was my bad.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Still, you're carrying around a bladed weapon that's taller than you everywhere you go. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, you should probably modify
Oh, there's
that.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Alright.
Now, to clarify, Rye, you were told if you go to a hallway, you'll
Mhm.
get access. Just mention your patron's name, which I don't remember. I gave it to you guys last time. I can pull up my list of names again if I have it, and it's fine.
Crap. I know it too.
Wait a minute. Do I have it written down? I should,
It wasn't like Simon, was it?
but you know that I don't.
think it was Alden Stoyer. You might just know him as Mr. Stoyer. I think it's Alden Stoyer is your contact. So if you drop the last name Stoyer, that should be all you need at the hallway. What you have not determined is if that would get your troop through or not, or what you're going to finagle with that. You guys were originally talking about doing a play, which is probably extremely excessive.
Okay. So what? So I kind of huddle up with the group and say, even for someone with talent and charisma and talent,
Oh, stop
Like
it,
me-
you.
like
You get it. You're talking about yourself. Continue.
Yes, Zero. So even with someone like me, it would take days, even weeks, to come up with something that will wow the audience enough to
No.
earn us
So,
permanent hall pass. So
right, I'm sure in your past exquisite one-man performances that even you even needed hands to kind of help out on stage. People to move equipment and such.
of course.
I'm sure that we could pose as your stagehands. Just get us up there, do your performance. Maybe take one or two of us to keep things moving along, and we'll infiltrate Central.
Absolutely. That is what I had planned from the get-go. What I'm saying
I'm sure you did.
is that, well,
I'm sure you
it
did.
actually is what I did. I mentioned it last time. So what I'm trying to get at is that we need time to develop the script, and we
Wait,
need
you don't have a
time
script done already?
It takes. This is an art.
Yeah.
How long for you to rush
but,
one?
But Rye, you know what the people like. They just want to see special effects. And I just I cast hologram to just make this insane explosion of colors that you've never even seen before, that just transform into multiple little like centipedes and critters.
Really?
Does
Really
he scare the
flying
crowd? Does he
everywhere.
scare the crowd?
Because he's high, they are black and white.
Yeah, that's what I was
They're
gonna
black
say.
and white.
Yes, you are seeing all the colors of the figurative and literal rainbow, and nobody else is. Your perception.
I vote we don't take Seeker.
We can have some.
But I'm the special effects guy, so I have to. I'm sorry.
No, I meant Central, not the performance.
I mean,
He can go
Right.
with that.
Oh,
Right. How long to get one of these up and running?
That would be
just saying
something
that 'cause
I would
you're
have
green.
to ask Dustin how.
well, I was thinking maybe you redo one that you've done before in the past.
That would be a
Rye could
possibility.
pull from some of his previous acting chops and
That would
maybe
be
do
fun.
a one-man show of the gnome and I.
Mhm.
All you'd have to do, like as a actual work, would be create something a little entertaining. I'll give you a couple of performance checks,
Mhm.
and you'll do 1 or 2 lines per performance check.
Okay.
I'll make whoever's with you maybe do a performance check as well, or some other check that's relevant to what they're doing for the thing. As long as they're successful, they're entertained, you're distracted. Maybe things go well for you on the personal level, political level, however you want to track it.
Okay.
And the other guys can do their thing in Central if that's the plan.
So then, out of character, what I would suggest, I'm going to suggest a thing with the idea that we fast forward through the things that I'm saying, the prep work. Just, I'm not trying to stall
it.
us.
Yes,
Well,
do it.
Yep, you go ahead and say it, but you guys
I
are
keep
still
trying to, and I keep getting, well, surely you can do this. I'm like, yes, I can. Well,
There's a lot of flowery
Also,
voice.
yes, I did expend 1 spell slot just to do absolutely nothing.
And yes, the reason why Rye is talking so flowery is because he's channeling his inner artistic douchebag.
Which is why we keep interrupting.
Anyway, listen, I just finished The Gnome and I know that script like the back of my hand. That's new. And I am sure that I could adopt it as a one-man play. I just suggest we take a few days so that I can practice, get my innermost, the best me that I can be for me.
From the background, who's still sitting in the open hatchway, is Rex, and he says, "You guys should probably get to Central first before doing anything else, don't you think?"
Out of pure curiosity, Brawl would like to see if he can actually, if not lift up Rex, or he wants to at least try to see if he can push him beyond the threshold of the door.
That won't end badly.
I'll say it's a straight up strength check. Go for it.
Nice.
He gets out, I'm free, and murders everybody. Like a djinn set free.
10.
So you feel like he's not actually that heavy, right up until the magnet clamps in his treads activate, and you understand that it would be a tremendous amount of effort and force to actually get him off of the metal surface he's currently rolling on. And his little weird looking fake face swivels over to you and says, "Dude,
I was curious.
I was too.
I may be able to leave the ship. I don't want to. It's scary out there."
It is kind of scary out there.
It's
I just
very
turned to Rex.
terrifying out there.
So I just turned to Rex.
There's things you
Lock it up. We're going to Central. I turn to the foreman.
What are we gonna do about the goblins?
He's already shut the hatch and locked
Can
it
I
up.
paint with them?
They're locked up still. The operating theory is that they are still locked up, and if they aren't, Miller's going to have to deal with it.
Yep.
So I then look at the foreman and say, "Hey, could you do me a favor?"
Who are you talking to?
The foreman, whoever is in charge of the
Patrick.
crew that
Is
are
it Patrick?
working the. No. Patrick works for Draft or
Whoever was working for
the Archie's, whoever Archie put in charge.
Oh, gotcha. The crew working on the ship, foreman. Okay, I am now with
what
you.
I said.
Yep. Okay, sure.
So yeah, I just point at him and say, "We're going to Central. We'll be back at some point. Doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing. Love it, love it. We'll change a couple things if you can. Make it look not so much like it looks right now. You know, a little bit of paint. Maybe some modifications, just in case someone who might have been looking for it wouldn't find it."
The gnome you're talking to looks you up and down and says, "All right, we've been hoping you guys would go a while ago so we could turn the gravity off. So get and what color you want?"
I
Red.
would want yes.
All of them.
The whole thing
Blue.
red.
No. Red
The whole
trim.
thing.
Let's go with metallic gray. I'm just describing the way it looks in the picture, aren't I? I don't have it up, so I might have been doing that accidentally because it just looks good in the artwork.
I
We
don't
could
care if
just
you
do that.
mirror the artwork. That's fine. It's totally gray right now. It has no actual marks. I will throw that up in roll 20 as soon as I find where roll 20 is.
Roll
But it
20.
does make it go
What
faster.
color-
So
What color is it currently?
It's
just straight up gray. Straight flat gray. Yeah, Pat,
Yeah,
you
I
were
was exactly describing.
yep.
I wonder where I got that from, but make it look like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Can you draw a crudely drawn drawing for him?
Yes.
How about
And
a
I
broken
present it
sock?
on roll 20 right now.
not necessary. That's taking up time.
Yeah, I'm trying
So
to
you
get
guys
us
want to
going.
like look how it
Aw.
does in the picture?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
sure.
All
I'm
right.
cool with it.
For everyone who's wondering, this picture is from 0-hour.com. Guy does really awesome Starship art, and he's porting some of his stuff over to Starfinder, including stats and everything. He's actually just done this model not too long ago over to Starfinder after I bought it, which makes me really happy that I bought it. But it's a great resource for Starships as long as you don't mind really cool looking Starships with way too much information in the PDFs that are included. So go for it. Now, in terms of the coloring, the gnome comes back at you, says, "All right, perfect. And what name you want on the side? We got to have something for the transponder."
Oh, okay. Do you have any paint that comes off easy?
It's-
He winks. "I got you, fam."
Sabshi.
Oh,
yeah.
He looks at that and he's like,
Up with so many good names.
"All right,
Look,
All right,
this is out of character. If we were to start this discussion,
the indecision.
so I'm making an executive decision to put on washable paint that says Sabshi. So that won't hurt anybody.
the gnome says, tell you what, don't recommend it. I overheard your conversation with Mr. Halfork. This is already listed as the Sabshi. You're gonna make it look different. You're gonna need to make it sound different too.
Already some.
Tell you what, you have some options on your data pad for customizations anyways. Archie sent them over to you already. You should be getting them or already have them probably. In there's a comment section. Include the name you want. We'll paint it up real quick.
Sounds good. I'll get to that.
Before we
All right.
leave, can you act?
Are you talking to
Yes,
Foreman?
the gnome.
God.
We're gonna be
One-
putting on the gnome and I.
The one man show. The one man show. You're a good.
And we need a gnome.
He looks at Seeker and he says, "I find that play to be wildly speciest."
Oh. That's disappointing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
He's like, "Not offended. I did take some acting classes at Academy, so it's rather nice to be recognized as such. However, I'm gonna bow out of this one." And he goes back to work and leaves all of you,
Curtains closed.
ignoring all
And-
of you.
I just grab him as we walk into the next scene and away from this one.
All right,
What I've been trying
I'm
to do
gonna
for 20
push
minutes.
you guys towards, unless you guys want to do anything with your independent things. Like, Ra, you haven't chatted with the theater folks in about a day. You're not really on the hook for
What?
anything until the weekend, and it's
Yeah,
only
remember how I was saying that I kept getting interrupted? What I was gonna say was I would like to go through them to make contact with the person, and let them. I was originally going to let them know that we were going to do a one-man show, yada yada yada. But I think a private performance might make the patron a bit more happy.
Sure.
Exclusivity
Yeah.
and
There's
all.
also
So,
a small issue of you acting on your own, and I'll say you know this because you signed some sort of contract working in the theater. You doing such a thing on your own is going to have to be pretty on the sly, because otherwise you'd have to be paying some revenue back to the theater, which you named the Star Metropolitan.
Star Metropolitan, very original name.
Yeah,
again,
so
they've been
if you're
stealing
doing like
from
an
us.
independent contract, they're expecting you to pay them. Now, if you do it on the sly and they never find out, they have no way to keep tabs on that. But you would know that asking them for any kind of help would require then remuneration of some kind.
Yeah. Are we in a union? That's a real question.
You are probably not a union, but a guild. They'll say there's an actors guild because there are a number of theaters and play groups throughout Pyramid Station Alpha. At the end of the universe, one of the only things you can do without being a violent thug is enjoy the arts.
Okay, then I would clarify with the person in charge that we were doing a gratis performance for a patron in the attempt to increase visibility for the Star Metropolitan as a special favor.
What did you name your boss?
He's about to be douche canoe because he didn't pay me all that well.
I
think it was Bob.
It wasn't Bob. I think it might have been Clint or something. What's wrong with you?
I
Write
don't-
notes. Be a good player like Chris.
Hello.
I had notes, but I lost them. I actually did have
Uh,
it written down.
Did you save it to the recycling bin?
It's definitely like a one-syllable name, I remember.
We'll go with Clint.
I have something
I'm
here listed Cliver, so I think it might have been Cliver.
No, Cliver's me.
Damn it.
I'll just
all right,
I'll just call him boss.
boss, done. So,
But every time I do it, it's snarky.
and
Is his
reminding
last
that he
name
also doesn't
Tom?
like you. He gives you the go ahead.
Yeah.
Fine. He doesn't have a contact for your patron though.
No, we'll get that when we get up there.
Perfect. Just making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys have nothing else you want to do with your kind of independent contracts or anything like that,
Yeah, I'll reach out to Sal and see if he has any repairs he wants done for quick cash.
um,
Sal's go turn.
pinging over on the comm,
Yep.
your Yosoki friend Sal says, "Nah, boss, we're all full up. You know the usual. I got a
Mhm.
job. I'll contact you first."
Cool.
Moving on, you guys all approach. We'll say that you guys stayed in Industrial 2. No reason to leave it. You leave the spaceport. No concerns. Again, bustling with life as the spaceport is. When you get into the dome itself, unfortunately, Seeker, the drug has worn off. Probably lasted for all of 15 minutes.
Salvia.
You come off of it fine. You don't feel any adverse after effects, which is nice. And as you're going through, you open up into the dome. You get to like the really gringy like cityscape, which is full of industrial buildings and a little bit of grime, a lot of bit of grime, some smoke, not much green, but a lot of life hanging around. Various races. You guys make your way around the perimeter to like avoid having to go through the different city block kind of style configuration, and you make your way to the nearest hallway, which is going up. It's more of an elevator that kind of goes up at an angle, and that's how you guys would get up to the next tier of Pyramid Station Alpha. And there you see station security, which are again posted up with uniforms. I think their uniforms were black with red markings, because I remember making a terrible Mass Effect reference afterwards. So black with red markings. They've got the totally kosher SS for station security as their logo.
Oh,
Security's fine. It's
that's
fine.
terrible.
And they're waiting at the doors. There's two burly looking figures. They're humanoid. Probably one Kasatha, which is the four-armed, elongated head humanoids, and another, we'll say he's human. As you guys approach, they stand at the ready, and what do you guys do? How do you approach? You go into the door? You go in to chat with them first?
I just walk straight up to the guards. Good day. Good day.
They look at each other, and then the human speaks up. Hall pass.
Yes, I believe that you'll find that I don't need a hall passer.
Everyone needs a hall pass.
Sure. Except for special exceptions, special cases. I believe you'll find my name on the chart. I'm quite well known. My name is Reich, not spelled like it sounds, even remotely, but it is Raesh. It sounds like rice with a lisp. Very unfortunate. I go by Rye, and I work at the Metropolitan, the Star Metropolitan. I am an actor, director, writer, singer, songwriter, autobiographer, biographer, demi-biographer.
The human holds up a hand as the Kasatha is on one of his arms, scrolling through a data pad.
I take out a pen and I sign the palm.
Oh,
God damn it! What would he do to that? He quickly looks at his palm, and what kind of pen are you using that writes on like Teflon armor, basically?
Sharpie. It's lasted forever.
He looks at it and he says, "You ever do that again? I'll put you in. Oh God, what do they call it? I'll put you in the brig." And
I've already starred in that show, but thank you.
And he also says, and technically, if you're on that list, that's a type of hall pass.
Oh.
Everyone needs a hall pass.
Oh, well.
So the Kasatha is scrolling through, and
I have a hall pass. I turn around. Hey guys, I have a hall pass.
With a like kind of like a little bit more of a sardonic tone. He's like, "Last name, please." I have to scroll through all of these. Reich.
There's more?
Is that your last name?
No. Oren.
Reich Oren. Let me guess. That's spelled with a B.
No, don't be silly. That's spelled exactly as it sounds.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's what Millet says.
He's on the list. I don't got any of these folks. It just says the one.
Yes, well, we're also, in addition to, and bluff check, in addition to me being Reich Oren, we are also collectively a limited liability company so that I can trademark my works. This is my, I point to whichever one is behind me. I'm not even looking, just randomly, whoever happens to be there, is my stagehand. This is my producer.
Zero, you're the stagehand. Justin, Seeker, you're the producer.
I think I already have a hall
Nope,
pass
you're
myself.
the producer.
Don't I already have a hall pass as well?
No, you're the producer.
You do not.
No, I have it. I'm the only
Nope.
one who has it.
Okay.
I point to the next one.
Power trip.
This is my caterer.
That's good. Miller, you're the caterer.
oh, thank God.
And this is my robe boy.
No!
He accidentally pointed at Zero again, but Zero adjusts the hand to point at Brawl.
My robe boy.
And the Kasatha is still looking at the data pad on his arm and kind of like scratches the back of his head with one of his other hands while still scrolling through. And he says, "What's the name of this group then? Because all I have is Reich Oren."
The name is Reich Oren.
He looks at the human. The human
that's
looks
me,
back
that
and
is also
shrugs.
us.
And he says, "If it's on there, he's got a hall pass."
I have a hall pass. I turn around. Guys, I still have a hall pass. I have a hall pass.
The Kasatha, looking through, says, "I really dislike these temporary passes. All right. One trip up, group Reich Oren. One trip down. Passes limited to 2 days."
Come on, Reich Oren. Let's go, Robe Boy. And I just
And I need everyone to chime in with a data pad. Did you guys all have some sort of data pad?
Yeah.
We'll say station IDs. We'll say you guys have a station ID you're assigned when you became temporary residents of Pyramid Station Alpha. He'll need to scan all your IDs as you're going up.
All right.
Okay.
Beep.
Anyone try anything fishy with their IDs?
No.
No.
Nope.
All right. You guys stroll on past the guards, who go back to standing imposingly. The doors to the hallway open, and there's a little guard station off into the room. You can see through like a panel of glass, a couple more guards playing cards in like a little break room. And then there's a platform, which is pretty large, way more than enough for you guys. And it's just like just an elevator platform that begins taking you guys up to Central.
So on the way up, I just good job, everybody. I think just great team effort. And you,
I didn't even say anything.
that was for the best.
Does he have a mute button?
And then I point to Brawl and I go, I'm just so happy that you get to be my Robe Boy. You have the highest honor
I
of
am
the whole.
going to shove this guy. Just a right ol' push.
Are you actively
16.
pushing him? Is that the
Yes.
attempt? All right. I guess that's going to be kind of an attack. So you got to hit his AC. 16. Is that it?
He
Yep.
just gives him a shove.
I guess it's probably more
It's
of
a
a
reflex, wouldn't
bull
it?
rush, right?
Would it be?
I think in
Just
terms of
intended to
mechanics,
be like
probably
like
closer.
a shove with my hands as opposed to like me kind of like rushing him
All
with
right.
my whole
Just for the
body.
sake of simpleness, we'll say it's just a simple attack roll. The effect is going to be a tiny shove where you do not actually move. And yeah, it looks like he's getting a shove on you. So he shoves you back like half a foot.
I don't understand. Is this to get into character because you don't have one, except for being my Robe Boy, which I suppose is a type of character.
You could be yo damn road boy.
While the elevator's going up, why don't you guys decide who's doing what? I know a couple of you guys are trying to go and seek out Rye's patron. Loose use of that word. And I know some of you guys are planning on going and working on the security angle.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely doing security.
Yeah, the security angle is probably where I'm going for.
That's what Brawl would also be more interested in.
I think Miller and Zero would be the best choice for going to security.
I was actually thinking Miller, Zero, and Seeker for security, and Rye and Brawl for theater.
No! We're looking at data here, and
That's exactly right.
so we're splitting the party. Is that what's going
Straight
on?
up,
Hold on. Oh,
Yep.
Justin, go ahead.
I just want to say, I don't know what you guys have in mind for how you guys are getting into security, but there are about 1 billion ways that I have like as allowable ways. You do not have to kill people necessarily. You do not necessarily have to do so you guys can do whatever group
Why we're trying to do
want.
smaller groups.
You guys could also do both together. You have 2 days to play with.
Mhm.
Just so you know, I didn't want to. I think Dranar said sneak in, but he also elaborated a little bit, saying that how you do it is not the important part, just that you do it and then let him know you've done it, because that was crappy of you guys last time. Now, Rye, please continue as they're all talking about going without you.
Yes. So I calm down a bit and I get out of my pompous actor role. What would be a good role to discuss skullduggery?
He says in character.
Clint
Yes.
would
Yeah.
feel like that would be a decent voice to start with and kind of work from there.
Says God.
So, listen here. We don't need all of us to pay attention to the play as much as I know you want to. My suggestion is we do the play first, since that's the easiest by far for me. My lines are already remembered. I only need one person to really handle the props. Seeker, if it's you, no more foresight. Please.
But
That is
everything's
rest
so
of you-
pretty on it.
The rest of you, and I just go, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Now, when I'm performing, only one person needs to be my stagehand. The rest of you can discuss what you need to do quietly and come up with ideas for this building, this skullduggery attempt. But I suggest we scope first, and my suggestion is we infiltrate it calmly, smoothly, preferably with a few good costumes.
Seeker pipes up. Yes, well, whoever's putting on the play does that. The others could just scope it
I'm
out
putting
and...
on the play.
Huh?
I'm
Well,
putting on
if
the
you
play.
need a second person, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
The other people could
You have the most
probably just...
experience, Seeker.
Yes, I guess I have, you know what, actually, I have been wanting to flex my creative muscles a little. But, if you guys want to go and just look around, maybe get a feel for the place, scope it out,
I was
would
thinking,
be
all
a
right,
pretty good idea.
maybe the two rats can infiltrate, and we have a little bit of support on the backside just in case we need to take down a few security cameras. Hush? Gives him a little nudge.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
Yes, but if caught off guard by a guard who is guarding,
Then only
how would
part
you
of us-
recover?
only part of us are going to be taken away. Not all of us.
Yes, but then we have to rescue you.
No, they'll just send us back downstairs.
Under my name.
Whoa, I'm not suggesting that you actually infiltrate. More, do some recon.
Recon.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly, so I
Wait,
I
out
don't
of
think it's such
character.
a big
Is
deal.
that what you were saying? Because
Yeah.
no, because you said infiltrate.
Well, yeah, I guess
No,
that's a
well,
word.
I
wrong
think,
word.
yeah,
exact
I was
opposite.
implying,
Yeah, no, I was not implying.
All right, GM doing his job.
Thank you.
Both hands. No, let's sound off because we're, gonna have audio as well. Sound off. Who is my recon group?
Oh,
Nope, that is not. That's
Noah.
not what a sound off is.
0.
Bro.
Zero and brawl.
I said
Are-
Miller.
Miller,
said
that was
Miller
real low.
first.
So Zero, brawl, Miller are infiltration. Yes, or
Yes.
sorry, recon.
Recon.
Okay, that means we've got Seeker and Rye are doing the patron angle.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
And as we start to break, I just reiterate: don't break in.
All right. So the elevator
Tomorrow.
gets up to the top. You guys have the doors open. You go through another little security area, another similar break room, a couple more guards up here. Then downstairs, you walk through the hallway doors, flanked by two equally imposing guards. These guards are a little bit cleaner. And as you look around Central Dome, this is your first time being in one of the upper levels of Pyramid Station Alpha. Again, it's tightly controlled. It's not something that you freely have access to at your socioeconomic status. Central Dome is, by design, the cleanest and most organized dome in the entire station. Despite where Industrial 1 and Industrial 2 have towering buildings, like producing materials and a lot of workshops and things like that, Central looks to be an entire dome comprised of suburbs. The tallest structure, which you can see from the edge of the dome where you're at now with the elevator, is towards the center. It's in the dead center. It rises up probably about the size of a small tower, and you can make a pretty quick assumption that that's probably the station security headquarters. And everything around that otherwise is either residences, smaller well-to-do shops. They sell the things that are made in Industrial 1 and 2, or in Factory Dome as well. And it's more like a giant, like it's massive. There's still about 1 million population in this dome. but it's more like one large town, I guess, as opposed to like a massive cityscape. Again, the only tall structure in the entire area is Central. As you're walking through the streets, you do see that there's still a lot of activity. There's still people on the streets walking about. You see no evidence of gangs. You don't see the graffiti you've come used to in Industrial 1 and 2. No particularly concerning individuals. I would like a perception check from everyone while I'm describing this, please. The
Is
people
everyone or
here,
just the recon group?
everyone, you guys are all in the dome. Even if you guys are going separate directions, you guys are all in the dome. You're all seeing these things. And you're seeing the people here look probably overall friendlier.
Perception roll for once. I got that 20.
My
My eyes didn't jam.
No eyes jamming.
No eye patch.
I got a 5.
Yes, you don't. Your eye does not spontaneously combust.
Where's the kidney punch
so-
emote?
Yeah, we need to get that punch emote. That needs to happen. Sorry, guys. Why did I get a good game? What happened? No, I can't look at chat. Sorry, no, I broke the rules.
Get back in.
Sorry, I'm here. The people look less guarded. Everyone's still wearing probably standard forms of armor. That's pretty common when you're in a space station because in this area you've got the dome, and while the dome is well respected, it's strong, it doesn't have too many issues. People still live in a little bit of fear of the fact they live in a glass bubble, so they're always wearing spacesuits just in case, which is on your armor. Your armor contains the space equipment that you need. It's not really anything out of the ordinary, but everyone does look at least more open and friendly. There are where you might find like dingy pubs and bars. There are nice, like open-looking taverns. There are different gathering areas, shopping malls that are, have open ground. There's actually plants. Every corner has some sort of tree that was maybe custom designed. They're probably all synthetic. I don't think you're going to find too many organic ones in like the station proper. And this is just the second level of Pyramid Station Alpha. You guys would know that there is even an upper level that is supposedly nicer than this. And flanking Central Dome, on this level, there are 2 other domes you guys know of, which is Ibrahim and No. Both of those you would technically have access to with this hall pass. Going from domes in the same level doesn't require any kind of special pass. However, going into an upper level would require a special type of hall pass.
So, question.
Yep, please. And if you guys need to roll culture checks for certain things, please do. But yeah, please keep going, bro.
When traveling from dome to dome on this level with the hall pass, and they go to check, I would imagine they would be checking our identities to see if we have a hall pass to belong up here. Is it like photographic identification, or do we like our station license? Like, are we going to need ride to go from one dome to another?
No, you guys all got when you guys are scanned, you guys have access to the levels fine. And again, they do scan your ID mostly to make sure you're a resident of the space station and not something else. But again, going to those other 2 domes that flank it, or technically part of the triangle that makes up this level, there's not like a requirement for a type of hall pass, just the fact that you have some sort of station identity. I would say station identity probably has some sort of picture on it, and also when it's scanned would pull up a little bit more of a profile on you. You guys would probably all have interacted with these.
All right.
Do you guys for perception, Brawl, you got a 23.
I got a 23.
I got a nat 20.
Nat 20. Sorry, you've got a 20. Do you not have any bonus to perception?
Nope.
Okay. So those zeros really feel painful. Okay. My Yosoki friends, you guys notice that there are no Yosokis that you see in a particular, like there's no, usually you'd see a bunch of Yosokis in the lower levels. You're not seeing any really standing out to you in these upper levels. Doesn't mean they're not there, but the population is much lower. What?
Are we being looked at weird?
No one is looking at you weird. No one really pays you guys any mind. That's nothing you pick up. Normally you guys would tell if you're being watched. No one's actively paying attention to the group. You guys do see, you two in particular, do see something the rest of the group overlooks. It is a wanted poster on the side of one of the shops, and it has a somewhat, with some artistic liberty taken, a rendition of your ship is on side of it.
Cool.
It says wanted, reward for more information, and it doesn't say anything else other than that. It is very vague, but it is a picture of your ship.
All right. So where you guys want to go to? What time of day is it?
Are you sharing that information with anybody, or just going with it?
I'm not. Not yet.
I'll casually point to it. Hey guys, we're famous.
I take
I
take a
guess your
look over.
half-orc friend was right.
I acknowledge it, but I don't say anything
Mm-hmm.
All right.
on this.
Do you guys have any questions about the station in general you'd like to ask at this time that might help you guys as characters or players? I'm okay with you guys asking some questions, and
Yeah.
feel it needs it.
What's the security presence?
Good question. Station security here seems to be only stationed at the points at the hallways. And also, I'll say for the crew, as you guys are going closer to the station itself, the headquarters, they do have a couple of postings between here and there, but they are casually talking with civilians. They are seemingly pleasant people, which is, again, a shift from below. The station security below are almost universally jerks and reviled. And they've warranted that. The folks up here seem to be well respected. You definitely pick up on that, especially my rat folks pick up on that. And otherwise, though, certainly much less presence in security.
Also, do we spot any type of job board like there was down in the lower levels?
Most definitely, yeah.
At some point, I think we should link up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Or link up with it as we go by it.
Who has Rex's D-stick?
I'll take it.
Okay, you...
Oh, I'll say that. I think, oh boy. Oh
He took
boy.
Rex's
I think Miller had it, honestly, though. Miller
I
and Zero
Miller
had
might have
it.
taken it last time, too. Miller, if you're interested, you can just wave it over the job board, and that'll click.
Oh yeah, I do have the D-stick. Oh, I got the D-stick. Yeah.
I regret naming it that now.
Not your best naming.
Yeah.
Data stick is what it is, if you guys want to elongate that. Yep. That's
Between that and describing the hole in the wall.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm aware.
Put your-
Did he stick in the
Moving
hole?
on. Yeah, so if you guys ever have any pings from jobs around Central, you will get notified. I'll say you have both Industrial 1 and Industrial 2 on your kind of listing as well. For the most part, that's just another way to get contacted for jobs.
How about do we still have access to all up to level 3 items here?
Yeah, until you guys level up, no one on the station is going to be interested in selling you just based on your reputation and things like that.
And does that include augmentations?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's anything gear related at that level. Now, if you wanted to try and get above your gear level, it might exist here. It's not the fact that it doesn't exist. It's just going to require way more convincing. And I'll be straight up. Some levels I will make impossible for you to get, no matter how wonderful you diplomatize the crap out of them, Rye. However, with a couple of like straight up diplomacy checks or bluffing or bribing, I'd probably let you get a level or two above the level 3. I may take some GM decisions though on how accurate that is.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, if you guys
No,
want to look
I
around,
literally just want to get a prosthetic limb.
no, there are nicer stuff. What's the level for a prosthetic limb?
1.
Look.
So it's literally going to cost 1 hour.
Why did we have this? Whatever.
The weird thing is
Because
he
I
doesn't
didn't
want
have
to
money.
put it on himself. He just wants to hold it.
I didn't have money until recently.
That's fine. No, I just yeah. So you were just asking if you have up to level 3. Nope, that's fine. Yeah, you'll always wherever you go in Civilization have up to level 3, just to make my life easier.
Okay.
And if you are in an area where things are less available, I will let you know way up front.
Cool.
Any other questions about Pyramid Station Alpha or Central Dome you guys want to pick out?
No, I want to get my job
Negative.
done.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Rye and Seeker.
Sure.
You have no idea where your patron is located. What's your job there? What are you going to look up there?
I need to find a directory.
Perfect. You guys, so computer stations, like self-use computer stations, you can find them along the perimeter of the dome. Also, like any Coffee shop. I haven't created a fun word for space coffee. Do not. Coffee shops, places that sell other things that you guys might want to imbibe or other species might want to imbibe. It's a pretty open in terms of what you'll find for like species preferences.
Are you telling us to go to a Starbucks?
Yeah, you can have like a virtual Starbucks, but if you're gonna go to like a coffee shop and you want to name it, I need a more fun name, but I'll allow
Base
it.
bucks.
How about
Base
my God,
dollars.
Star
Dollars.
I'm sorry, what was it?
No,
What's the name of the coffee shop you're sitting down, you awful hipster?
Buck stars.
Space dollars.
Nope, none of those things. Let's go for some. All right, I will name it. You guys sit
Coffee
down
rocket.
in.
Coffee
What did you just say to me?
I was joking. I said coffee rocket. But
No. It's Versian Delights.
Oh yeah, I'll remember that.
Versian delights.
Yep, it serves everything that you would be like ideal for somebody from the planet Verces, which you may or may not remember because you guys are kind of jerks. That is where Brawl's from.
I do remember that.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Seeker's been there.
Yes, Seeker has also been to Verces as well.
I must
So you
tell
guys
Brawl
enter.
about this place. I'm sure it'll make him feel at home.
It's got like art on the walls of like a planet, and around the middle ring of the planet, there's like cities kind of growing out like in a comic fashion. And at least Seeker recognizes that as like a mock-up cartoon of Verces. All of the names for things on the menu are like relating back to things that you might find on Verces, specific animals that I'm not going to look up right now and things like that. They've got a little bit of a gimmick going on there. It's a little bit interesting and refreshing to have a reference to the Pack Worlds because you guys are out in the vast, and it's another example of the Pistol's motto of the Absalom Station away from Absalom Station, which is a pretty inaccurate motto,
This
but
is
they
just
try.
cultural appropriation.
That's also true.
What's the what are the main inhabitants of Verces, anyways?
I have no idea.
Actually, I can just look it up myself.
I think it's a pretty big conglomerate, but I would recommend taking a look through the book. And
Yeah.
since I have not prepared to look through Verces yet, I'm not awfully sure. But I do know there's a wide variety of races found there. I just don't know who the
Okay.
prime race might be.
Oh, go ahead.
No, please go. Shoot.
So do I succeed in finding an address for Alden Stoyer?
Yeah, so as you guys sit down at the computers, could I get a computers check from the both of you?
Oh yeah, you can.
Ooh.
Oh, didn't do too well though. 14.
And
Your fingers
Rye's
jammed.
eyes jam, and he no longer knows how to use a computer. So
Yeah,
you
I
begin by typing in his name, Rye, and almost of their own will, your fingers actually end up typing out your own name. Just for now performing a Spoogle search of yourself.
Spoogle.
Yeah, for now.
Oh.
So you guys are just doing a search of yourself. You're getting like rave reviews for the Gnome and I. You are like getting pretty excited about all the things you're reading. You do see one bad review, and it pretty much ruins your day.
Yeah.
Seeker, on the other hand, at least is able to pull up his public address because Alden Stoyer is a bit of a public figure. He is, in terms of what his relationship is in Central, he would be kind of like he's like a mayor of one of the main quadrants that this area is broken up into. So he'd be like one of the 4 heavy hitters in the dome. In terms of relationships to other dome, he would be more like just this dome doesn't have royalty, but something along those lines. He's part of the aristocracy, and he would be probably recognized wherever he went, but only because he's from. Okay, shoot.
He's a space Kennedy. Is that what you mean?
Kennedy.
I'd say he's probably a little bit less than that.
Kardashian.
Kardashian.
A little less than that. He is more like
Michael Spaxon.
I feel like no, God, no, God, I don't have. He's not famous.
Not like an Anthony Weiner.
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, let's continue.
Yeah,
I was
thank you.
out of
He's just
character. Are we going until 10:30? Because if that's the case, I will gladly hold off the rest of mine for the next session, so that the other guys get their say.
Yeah, that's fair. So what you have is the location and nothing else. Nothing else of import pops up other than like his role as one of those quadrant leaders. And I will pause you off there. Let's jump over to my recon group. What are you guys doing? You guys do know or have a pretty easy guess, and I'm telling you, the center of the station, the direct center of the station, so like the middle of the spoke of this wheel is station security.
All right. So here's an easy way that we could do it, guys. Bro, what are you doing?
That was not in character.
Oh, gosh, get the camera up. What is going on? Never mind. I don't care. Just continue.
So we only need to scope out the place. I suggest we have someone just kind of sit in the main lobby, maybe just take a look around. I think one of us should file just a report saying that something was stolen. They'll take our information down. They'll probably bring us into a room, but at least we'll get an idea as to what the place looks like. I mean, that's how police reports usually go. You guys are a bundle of excitement.
I would not. Oh, sorry. I would not be good at either of those things.
I would be able to scope out the the lobby. I could do that fairly easily.
Bro, do you want to take a look around the building? Just kind of nonchalantly walk around to see if you could see any openings. Maybe a grate that you or I could fit in.
If he, pointing over to Zero, wants to hold my stick, I can do that. I might be a bit too obvious walking around with this.
I think sitting in a lobby holding a big ass Doshko would be pretty conspicuous as well.
Dusty, looking around, do people have weapons on them?
Yeah, there are weapons, pretty visible. There's no real, at least in Pyramid Station Alpha and again most of the pack worlds, there's no real issue with having weapons visible. That's not really their concern.
My concern's more sitting in a security station with a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
Again, it's all on how you present yourself with it. I will say the only folks carrying Doshko that you guys happen to pick up on, just looking quickly, are Vesk. The big lizard folk of Starfinder. Yeah, and that's also, you took the Doshko off of a Vesk you encountered. So yeah, you'll see it mostly on Vesk in Pyramid Station Alpha.
Bro, do you plan on using that?
We need to get into a fight.
Not here.
Yeah, not here.
Brawl, if you needed to use a storage locker, there are like little storage facilities around the place. You would pay a credit and you'd get a little ticket and you'd be able to go back and pick your stuff up.
Yeah, I'll just carry it.
All right. So I suggest you and I, Hush, we go in together. I'll give my police report. You just kind of hang around the lobby, and Brawl, you take a look around the building. Just take a lap
around the exterior of the building or the
exterior.
Exterior.
Oh,
okay.
I could do that.
Alrighty. Unless you guys have any complaints, concerns, you guys walk
How
your
long
way
have
through.
we been here?
How long have you guys been there?
Yes, up at Central Station here.
So you guys, we started off in the morning of second day, the elevator ride, your conversations. We'll say you're approaching midday.
All right. Well, how long have we been in the dome, though?
Couple hours. It probably takes a couple hours to walk all the way to Central.
Cool.
The center of Central probably takes about 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe.
All right. I suggest we just get we get lunch or something first, just to kind of make our story seem a lot more feasible. I mean, they do have a running tally about how long we have been here. So if we file a police report right away, it might sound a little weird. So let's take an hour or so. Let's get some lunch and we'll get this on the road.
Sure, I'll say you guys happen to alight as you guys are getting closer to the center of the dome. You find a charming-looking cafe called Central Cafe.
Central. I like it. Let's go.
And as you guys enter, it's a little cafe. It is run by what's a race we haven't used from the core races very much. We'll say it's a Lashunta. We only have really
Oh, it's
encountered.
core.
What was that?
I didn't hear you say core. I said dwarf. We haven't used dwarf, I don't think.
No, and you have encountered
that's
a random
reserved.
but it's fine.
That is reserved for something later.
No, it's fine. So you find Lashunta like manning the counter. You guys have seats you guys can sit down in. There's a couple of people sitting around. Not overly crowded. Decent atmosphere. The pictures are of figures, different species, just people, busts for the most part. Pictures of busts, and they have some names attached to them, and that's about it. You guys have a spot to sit and chill.
Sure. All right. So
do I notice on the menu if they have some of that sweet Verses coffee that was mentioned earlier that I forgot the second part of the name too for the brand?
Version Delights? No.
Version Delights?
There's nothing here that would call out to your beloved home world. This is much more of a standard fare little joint. It's got some meats, some veggie options. Nothing too exciting. Definitely kept it to pistol, which is again a conglomerate of itself, but nothing too exciting. Nothing they'd consider exotic.
cool.
Okay.
And,
I didn't know
what
if
is
it was
like a little cafe, like a breakfast joint or something.
Yeah, close
Cool.
enough to a breakfast joint. It's not fast food. It's just a place you sit and eat.
Awesome. All right. So I just get something.
All right. The Lashunta person behind the counter comes up and says, "Can I take your orders, gentlemen?"
Yeah. I'll get some of this space sprocket here. And what's your special for the day?
The special is everything. We're very proud of everything we produce.
You remind me of someone I know. I will.
Pat's camera. Just...
I will take what you recommend, just not everything. Just one of what you recommend.
If you're looking for a light lunch, I very much recommend our cupcakes.
Sounds great.
Yep. We have a nice mint garnish cupcake. It would go over just well.
What would you recommend for somebody who can put back a lot of food?
3 cupcakes.
I was expecting an everything answer.
No, we have a couple of meals. If you're looking for the hungry Yosoki meal, we got that on the menu. Little bit of everything, all in one platter.
I would love that.
Perfect. And you? Referencing Seeker? No, sorry, Zero. Zero's the android we have with us. All right.
Yep. What are the different types of coffees?
Caffeinated and not caffeinated. We do have a special mint coffee this evening.
I'll try that.
Perfect. It's kind of hoping you guys are going to drill for more questions, so I'll do it for you. What are you guys doing up here in Central? I haven't seen your faces in Central Cafe before.
We're here for some work. In fact, I'm also a mechanic by trade, so if you have anything in the back that needs fixing, I'm your guy. But we're up here for a couple days helping out with a play.
I like how Miller is just constantly handing out business cards to every single person he meets.
Can you roll for business card inventory?
No, that's fine. If you guys have no questions you want to ask this resident of Central Dome, I'll move on back to the other group and we'll round out our last 10 minutes with them.
Yeah, actually, how late is the Central Station open? Are they a 24-hour joint?
Yeah, they'll be open all hours. Do you guys have some trouble?
No. I mean, I just see this big thing in the middle of this Central Dome. I've never been up here before. I was really interested about it.
Oh, where are you from?
I came from down below.
Yeah. It's much cleaner up here.
Oh, she leaves.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
You guys go to prepare your food. All right, I'm gonna pan back quickly to our other group, our patron group. What are you guys doing for a quick 10 minutes to round out? What is kind of your angle? You have
All
you have
right,
an
what's
address.
the plan?
Wasn't expecting a second go.
And I wasn't expecting the other group to stop for a bite to eat. You guys got nothing else?
I would think that we'd probably just want to go straight for it. I forget. Did you say that we did get a address?
Yeah,
we
you
did
got an
get
address. It's located in
Um,
one of the quadrants, not terribly close to the security station, about halfway away from that and the dome.
I mentioned to Seeker, well, I feel as though now is not the best time to start a discussion with this patron. I, for some reason, just feel like time's running out for right now.
Hey, you idiots! I will stop the show, and we need to stop the show. You just do you.
Um,
I will buy
I
the
was
stuff.
going to say, maybe you would like to stop for a bite to eat.
I will murder you. That restaurant will detonate.
We're already at a cafe.
No, we were separate from them.
No, we
No,
were
you
at a
guys
cafe.
you're at-
Oh, that's right. We were in a
Virgin
cafe.
Delights.
God, my memory, man, not
Is there
good.
anything else you guys want to look up on the infospheres, or anyone else you guys want to go? Even if it's just in transit, if you
Oh
guys.
yeah,
end
I'm
up in a
spending the rest
restaurant,
of my
all
time
your food
trying
is
to
poisoned.
figure out who this person is who wrote a venomous review, just
Can we-
destroying my name.
Can the initials?
Yeah.
I actually do
MDAP?
want to do some looking up.
You the label there on the negative was CT1. I'm sorry, CTB1.
CTB1.
Yep. Take a note, Patrick, and Seeker. What are you doing?
CTB1.
I'm
Bad
gonna look up.
man wrote bad things about great man doing great things.
This is what
Noted.
Patrick doesn't take notes. I've learned he has to dictate them. It's fine. Seeker, please continue.
I'm going to look up some of the reviews. I mean, is this patron known for? He must have reviews out there. He must be a critic of some kind, I'm sure.
I will say that your computer check that you did previously was specifically looking into this character, and you were not able to find anything
Okay.
extra on that
I
character.
was gonna try to see if he had anything he particularly enjoyed.
No, it's a good look. The computer's not going to be able to tell you. You can do some other research to find that out if you'd like.
What you mean? Other research, like ask people, or
God forbid.
oh god. I mean, is he a big name around this particular area? I feel like kind of. Or how about this? Rye, do you know what kind of things your patron enjoys watching?
Yeah. Can I do a well?
Because I feel like Rye might want to ask people. Just putting that out there.
Well, he likes watching me. That came out wrong. No, that's right.
I certainly hope so.
No, straight up out of character. We got 6 minutes and I got nothing.
Make a perception check then, because I've got something.
Okay. You would make me
Who,
do
Rye
that.
or both of us?
Both of you, please.
Okay. 17.
17. Oh, no.
Ooh.
24.
Oh, you got nice. Nat.
On a natural 20.
All right. Glancing out the window while you guys are talking and doing absolutely nothing useful in this entire episode, what you guys notice is a figure adorned in heavy armor, very heavy armor, very big, bulky armor that looks very familiar to you. Krellis the Bounty Hunter is walking towards Virgin Delights.
How does one spell Krellis?
Krellis.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wouldn't be Krellis C the T bounty.
No, it's not.
The bounty.
Okay.
No. Good try.
Just making sure that I don't die when I respond in a scathing way to terrible reviewer.
All right. So next time I'm gonna want to know what your scathing review was. But what is your gut reaction to Krellis approaching Virgin Delights?
to slump in my chair.
Does he have weapons drawn?
I'm not gonna let that one fly, Miller, because you're not there.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so Rye has taken the age-old defense of appear as small as I possibly can. Seeker, what do you?
Yes.
I'm just gonna act completely normal. But isn't
What?
that? Isn't? Yes, I remember that.
I'm
one.
under the table.
Seeker, do you? I mean, not Seeker. Rye, do you see?
I'm under
it's-
an adjacent
It's
table.
Krellis.
I am
we
going
will-
from table to table.
We will end the episode as Krellis opens the door to Virgin Delights. Rye crawls away slowly under a table, and Seeker is wondering
I
where
didn't-
his lost companion went.
I didn't quite picture Krellis as a cafe sort.
It might be a party motivating sort. Let's see. I will say for this episode of our viewers, we're going to wrap this up and we'll go right into the Never Split the After Party, where we talk shop and dissect the episode and chat about nothing or anything you guys send into the chat. For everyone else, I want to just say, remember, guys, never split the party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nick.
Nick.
Patrick.
Yeah,
Right. Oh
Pat.
shit! I did it wrong.
You.
You guys. We had it planned and everything.
All right,
It
Jamie,
was your idea. No, it was.
you could keep
I
recording
said
or
it
stop
right.
recording. I actually don't care, but we will no longer be doing any of the.
You guys are jerks.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop
we're doing
recording.
the after
but
party now,
keep
so-
streaming.
You guys are off the hook for being